Hi everyone, this is Diane. Thanks for joining me today. I'm working on the Little Golden Books, Wonder Books. So you saw me make some tags. I still have to sew around the last 5 that I made. But I had made 9 tags, 3 for each journal. And you saw me, if you're watching the videos, you saw me choosing and cutting papers. So now I've got them all collated. And I chose some with pretty bright colors, and I've got my book pages in there and then the other types of pages that I selected. So today I could work on making a pocket for the fronts of these signatures. I used a sturdier cardstock, not cardstock. Well, yeah, that's what it is. It's just, instead of paper, it's a cardstock. So I used that for the beginning of each signature. And also, I've got out these fun fabrics that I can make fabric flips. I have these little pieces. I think I'm going to use these on little clusters or fabric flips. They are just so adorable. So I'm going to do that. I have my Dick and Jane fabrics that I can use, and I definitely want to use some of the paper doll fabric in the doll books. Maybe in Judy's too, my daughter, because she liked paper dolls, not as much as I did. I tried to get her to play with paper dolls. These other children's fabrics, nursery rhyme, the deer. I thought I might use a piece of that in my daughter's book because it's about bears. This game, I love that Dick and Jane game. So there's a lot of fun fabrics and Victorian children. And then these just fun prints that I thought. I had these set aside for golden books because they're just fun. So I have lots of fabrics to choose from. Let me let me show you what I did with my scraps though. The dyed papers that I used in the books. I ended up with these little strips of these gorgeously colored papers, and I couldn't just throw the strips away. So I took a cut-off piece of the scrapbook paper that was also one of the pages and just rubbed glue stick all over it and then just laid the strips down. And I put the patterned side up, and there are holes in the ledger paper so you can see the pattern through that. I didn't want it to be just white. So I can cut this into pockets. I might have to trim it a little shorter too, maybe cut off one of the rows. But I thought they turned out really cute. I'll just cut them into pockets. So let's do that right now. And I will probably stitch. It's going to take a bit to do it, but I'll probably zigzag stitch on every seam. I should do that before I cut them. But let's see what they look like. Let's pick a page. I like to put pockets on the printed pages because they're harder to write on. I think I would like it to be a little bit shorter. That would be cute for our tags that we made. So I'm going to trim that bottom row off. Which I hate to do, but it really is too deep. Got to make it work for the project. I better trim this up to make sure it is even. I'm not sure if that one was cut even. And I'll just cut off the ledger portion, or yeah, piece of the ledger page here. And I could use these for clusters. And then I would just cut this to that size and probably add an embellishment to it, but sew on it. I think it'll be easier to do the sewing before I cut them. but I think they're really cute pockets. I also have these little tiny books that I got. I got a whole bunch of them at the flea market, and I sold most of them. I just kept a few. And I want to tuck one of these pages into some pockets in the journal, so I'll just make little pockets for them. Let's talk about the pockets we're going to put on the front here. I was thinking when I turned on the camera today that I would be working on the fabric flips, but then I changed my mind and thought I'm going to try to make some pockets for these front pages. So what I want to use are some of the images from the children's books and some cardstock. She's a little tall. I want to use these together in a big book with this, the rhyme. Molly, my sister, and I fell out, and what do you think it was all about? She loved coffee, and I loved tea, and that was the reason we could not agree. They both looked very haughty, enjoying their beverage of choice. This is adorable. Yeah, I like that. This would be a cute one. I'm selecting enough for that I have choices for all the pockets that I have to make. So this is small, but I could put it on a larger piece of cardstock. But I think I'll make a smaller pocket with that. I like the orange color here. And my daughter has a gray cat. That's a possibility. She's playing with a wooden doll. That could go in one of the doll books. Like I said, I'm not trying to create themes, but I can make a nod to the cover image. Just quickly look through, and then I'll look through the animal ones, the animal images. That's cute. It's Goldilocks. That'd be a good one. I like that, and I could put the poem on a card. Mud is very nice to feel, all squishy squash between the toes. I'd rather wade in wiggly mud than smell a yellow rose. Such cute, cute pictures. Okay, let's put these away and look at the animal ones. You know, a little golden book doesn't have to be full of children's images, but I have so many of them, and I love them so much. So why not? Monkeys. More monkeys. There's a cow. A cute bunny. He's a little big. These are some other little book pages, but these are in German. I saw this. I had this in a English version. Might not have been little though. Any of these chickens, I guess, with her Easter basket hat. cute. Noah's Ark, a little wide. Okay, I think we have enough to get started. I think I'll use this one on this page because it will be for my daughter's book and it's orange. So I just need to choose a piece of cardstock that will complement. I think I actually have gray cardstock in the other room. I have my 12 by 12 cardstock right here, but I don't have it in gray. And I don't know, do I need to use gray? I'm gonna get it and try it. I'll be right back. Got my gray cardstock. Yeah. All right. But I might want to put a different color around it. Yeah, I think I like that. So first, I will glue this to the cardstock, to the pattern paper, I mean. I think it's fun to create a big pocket on the front of each signature if I can. I don't always, but I often do. And they're usually pretty simple. But the elements, the decorative piece that I put on the pocket is nice. I think we're a little far away. Sorry, I'm moving my camera tripod. I don't know why. It seems like it's so distant today. It's not raised up higher. I can't zoom in too much because the camera makes more noise if I do. I hope I didn't make you seasick while I was moving the tripod. Now, I could make it so it's a top opening or a side opening, and I think with this one I will do a side opening, and I'll make it that wide and that. See, this piece is way smaller than it needs to be, so we'll have to embellish this some other ways to fill in that gray space. Okay, now I don't want to make it too thick and bulky, but I do need to add something to it. Look at my ephemera binder. I know what I could do. I could emboss this. I think I will do that. That will help add some texture to it. So I'm not going to do that right now because my Big Shot's in the other room and I'd have to pick out a die and everything. But I will emboss that, but I will still add some sort of embellishment. I could put a little label there so that, because it would be like the introductory page to her journal. So I guess we're not going to be able to finish this one, but we got to start on it. I'm going to attach these here just in case I use them, or I might go for a label. So let's take a look. Let me look real quick here, see if there's anything else I want to pull out. Even one of these, well, I don't know if I want to add one of these on top of an embossed page. Well, let's just move on. See what we can do with the pineapple page. I think she'd like that one. This one is a nice full size, so I won't have to add anything. And then for the card that I put inside it, I will add this. So I think I will pick out maybe orange, because of the orange flowers. It says yellow rose, but they look orange. So either yellow or orange, I think, or even green. Well, I guess my colors of 12 by 12 cardstock are pretty limited. I don't have an orange. I don't want to go in the other room again, but I have this peach. Not sure. I have some orange in my scraps, but not big enough. But I can at least see if I... Oh, here's a big one. Let's try this one. I think that's good. I know this isn't the right size, I'm just checking the color. I think I might like that the best. This isn't quite the same color, but let's check this one. Yeah, let's do that one. I'm going to measure this. Let's see if I can cut them all the same size. This is almost 5 by almost 7. I'm going to cut this a well, this is the height, right? This is the width. I'm going to cut it just a little bit bigger because there's a little blemish there. I'll trim that off. I'll cut it to almost 5. Maybe I will make this a little bit shorter and have this one be a top loader. I'll just trim some of that off. Make sure I leave enough to be a mat around this picture. That'll give a little more room for the tag or the card or whatever. There. Decisions, decisions. We have lots of decisions to make as we create our journals. I can add any bits of trim or buttons or embellishments to these pictures and pockets if I want to. I think it needs something. I'd have to trim some of that. Maybe just a tiny bit more. I'm not sure what happened to my little paper trimmer. I've got to do a good clean in here and find it. I have little piles everywhere. It's probably in a pile. Okay, that's about the right size. It just clears the top and there's still room for ribbon or something in there. So I will have to decorate this tag and add this to it. There's that pocket. Now we have these bright oranges. Just trying to tidy up a little bit at least. Alright, where'd I put all my book page images? I think I'm going to use this because I like that orange glow behind the tree with the oranges. I'm going to trim it with just a little bit of the off-white color around it. See if I like that. pick a color that will show up against that. Maybe the brown from the tree. I usually try to use paper scraps, cardstock scraps, if I can find them in the right color and the right size, but to save time I got out my big pieces. I don't use the 12 by 12 that much. I think that looks good. It's not anything that's going to jump out at you, which is what we want really. So this doesn't have a lot of room at the top and the bottom, so I don't want much of a mat on there. I'm using my Scotch tacky glue just because I've had it for a long time and I don't use it anymore, because I have my, can't get it down there, there we go. I use my Fabri-Tac and my art glitter glue. But I have this and I have a spare bottle, so I need to use them. The only reason I don't like to use this is because the hole in the spout is big. So sometimes you get a big spurt of glue that you don't want, and it's too thick to go through the smaller nozzles that you can get. This will obviously be a side pocket. Well, maybe not obviously, but this will be a side pocket. Going to round these edges because the image edges are rounded. And that looks beautiful, just like that. Well, that's a good start. Probably should have stenciled on there before I glued anything to the back of it, but that's okay. I will do some stenciling on some of the pages. I think I'll probably leave some of them white. Alright, I'm going to take a look at fabrics now. Let's see if there's a bear in here. Got a deer, a bunny, elephant, donkey, and a cute little duck. I love that little duck. Poodle. No bears. I think I used to have a bear. There's a fox. Got 3 donkeys. I also, in addition to using these pages to put a pocket on, I often will put a fabric flip on them, which I don't need to use a printed page for that because you can flip it up and write. I think I'll put the fabric flips on the music page. So I've got blue over here. This is cute. Of course, this is cute. But if I use this, I don't want to use an animal. think for this one I'm going to use this, and it's not a duck, it's, oh yeah, it is a duck. It just has a small bill. I'm going to use those two, and something else probably. It's a pretty good sized piece of fabric. How wide can I make it? I think I got this gingham plissé fabric at the same estate sale where I got the Dick and Jane fabric. I got some awesome fabrics at that sale. It was such an exciting day. I think I'll make these flips nice and long to show off some of the prints we have. So I could either add this to this flip, or I could make little clusters with the pieces. So I might, if I can get the right fabrics together, use that for a cluster, or for the flip. Let's see, I might need to get find some fabrics that are a little more neutral than these printed ones. I mean, still printed, but not such a big print. I don't think this one would be right with it. I don't know, maybe. That's too much blue. So I have my drawer of smaller pieces of fabric here. I usually put together fabric flips while I'm watching TV. Well, this is right on the fold, so I'm going to tear that fold piece right off. There. I don't want to cover up too much of that plissé fabric. I'll have to look up the difference between plissé and seersucker. It's textured, it's a little bit puckered. Now, this is yellow, and the duck is yellow, so I need something else. I could just applique that duck right there. I think that would be cute. Let's pick out that kind of a magenta color, if I have it. There, I think that's cute. I will add something across the top there. I just remembered I have this really cute embroidered duck trim. I have to use that with that little duck. And all of this will get sewn together and applied right there. How cute. That's adorable. I'll leave that there because I have another duck. Actually, I'm sewing with black thread, and I don't want to sew black thread across those ducks. So I'm going to glue all of this together. I might sew this duck to it, but I'll sew all of, or glue all of this together. I don't normally make a fabric flip for a specific page. If I'm making it for a specific journal, I just choose colors or designs that would go well with the journal. And then I just make a bunch, and then I just pick from the bunch to add to each page. And then after I sew the duck on it, I will glue it up there. I like it. Let's make another one. That was fun. I'll do one without the animal picture. Maybe I'll do a Dick and Jane one. Here's the music page. Why was this one? Oh, there are no golden book pages in this. So I'll stencil over here. But I want to make sure this piece gets in here. She likes to play games. Playing games with her dad was a big part of growing up. I used to play games, but then I decided I didn't like it. My husband was a huge game player. Maybe not this type of game, but he was really into the strategy games, and he loved it. He'd have people come over and play games, usually younger guys, because older guys, for some reason, just don't play a lot of games. But he never lost his love for playing games, and so both of my kids like to play games. So there was always a group of teen boys or young adult men from our church that were a part of his game playing group, and they would come over Sunday nights after evening service to play games, and sometimes Saturdays. He treated it like a ministry to the younger guys. He could sort of be a mentor to them, and they have good memories of playing games at our house. And I baked cookies. So games, anyway, this is a game. She likes the Dick and Jane pictures, and she likes games. Didn't mean to go off on that tangent, but we do that sometimes. I already used this. That color is good with that, but we won't use it again for this. I could use, this one is Plisag. Maybe the other one is Seersucker. Like I said, I'll have to look up and see what the difference is. I don't really want to cover much of that. So how about I just take a strip of this and make a little ruffle across the top. This is a pretty old piece of fabric. Got this at a flea market. So then I'll just ruffle that up and sew it across the top, and that's really cute. We'll do that for that one. This one doesn't have a book page either. Put it in here. So I can look for some green or red or both. How about the deer for this one? I could use that gold or a peach. I like this, it kind of lightens up the darkness. Again, I don't really want to cover the deer, but I am going to put a little piece here which can be lifted up. This deer will still be visible. That's the trouble with using these really fun novelty prints. You don't want to cover them. So a good thing to do that I do sometimes is to use the contrasting fabric as the big piece and then cut this piece a little smaller. So we'll try it both ways. I'll cut this one. I'll try this one out and then I'll cut a bigger piece and a smaller one of these and see which one we like. And I'm going to have to make it quick because I'm running out of time here. And then I would put a piece of lace across there. Let's try it with this as the background. It's pretty frayed. I'd have to iron this one. I just washed some linens that I got at the flea market, so they need ironing too. So I guess I'm going to have to get my iron out. I don't know why I hate getting my ironing board out. Okay, there's that, and let's fold that up a little. Might have to trim it a little on the edge, but I think I like that. I think I like that better. And then I won't have to cover this deer. My daughter does not like things that are asymmetrical, so I will line this up. They bug her. And then I'll put a piece of lace there. This one's a little narrower. I think I might like that one. Yeah, I'll do that one. Okay, so I've got 3 fabric flips for 1 journal. And I've got 6 more to make. And I might do some clusters for the back half of the journal. I do that quite often. And now I'm going to have to end this video. But I hope that you enjoyed seeing just a little bit of what I'm doing in these journals, and I'll look forward to coming back after lunch and doing a little bit more. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you're having a creative day today. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.